Hello again, it's Michael B. And look at what I have to show you today. This Carrera is a car that I put together, some time ago. It went through a 10-year restoration in its prior ownership, where the owner, there was a pair of brothers, sent the engine out to a specialist, they sent the transmission out to a specialist, they sent the car away for the interior to a specialist, all these states and states away. The wheels were sent off to a specialist. The paint and body was done locally. But I'm talking, this was decades ago. I got the car as an incomplete project and have made some changes to it to make it my own. When this car was restored, turning them into an RS look like this one is, was very popular, but not common. And this car, they did a lot of really neat things. Look at that houndstooth interior. No radio, rally clocks. The prototype of steering wheel. The proper red line on the tachometer. Yes, this engine will rev to 7,200. Listen to how nice that door shuts. Correct 15-inch Fuchs. Let's take a look under the hood. Now, of course, there's no latch because this is a lightweight RS. So you just undo those little rubber. Now, a 73 RS has mechanical fuel injection. This car has Weber carburetors, and they are Italian Webers, tuned just for this engine build, which has got a hot cam. A lot of porting and polishing and lightweight. Really a neat build. It's 225 horsepower. The RS with the mechanical fuel injection was 210. And this car is super lightweight. I mean, you can see even the, what do we call, an engine lid lock is gone, like it was on a lightweight RS. And several other aspects about it have been lightened. It's got steel bumpers. The great Carrera stripe, this Grand Prix white. The brakes on this car are from a 1988 Carrera 3.2. They do a great job of stopping it. There's a few suspension updates. That front spoiler there, originally this car had an S spoiler. That front spoiler, RS style, is of European delivery. It is composite or fiberglass, like it was supposed to be. This is absolutely a ball to drive. If you've seen a few of my other videos, I tell you that the cars that I show you are a ball to drive. That is a prerequisite for being in the collection here. Fun, lightweight. This car's 2,100 pounds, 225 horsepower. You see that exhaust sticking out the back. Again, that's just a flavor that I really like. Got a big bug here. Let's move this bug. There we go. It's everything you'd want it to be. Super fun to drive. Very lightweight. Fast. This car is absolutely fast. And it's rowdy. I think you're going to like our little drive we'll take in it, which you think is just moments away. I wanted you to get a good look at it. They call that a slick top when there's no sunroof. Again, that's something that you do for lightweight. Carrera RSs are over $1 million in proper form. So, when you want one, this is a good way to have one. Let's take it for a spin. Okay, so how do you start a 1973 RS Tribute? Well, first you shut the door, grab that seat belt, how about some sunglasses? So as mentioned, this is a hot rodded up 2.7 liter, 225 horsepower with Webers. So you've got a throttle activation rod here between the seats, along with heat. You got a heat activation pole or handle, and you bring that up, turn the key on. You'll hear the fuel pump run. Not so sure if you can hear that or not, but it's electric fuel pump. Pump the pedal a few times, push the clutch in, and it catches pretty quick. I just ran it down just a little bit so it won't sit there and rev too high. We'll let it get a little temperature. Porsches have got a fantastic gauge cluster set. So we've got oil level, which you need to let it warm up before you can check that. We've got oil temperature, which we're sitting, it looks like about ambient. And you've got oil pressure, which at current levels, this car being just started at, let's call it 1,300 RPM, we're running 60 pounds of oil pressure. These cars sound great. In particular, this car's got a muffler on it that was custom made for this build, and it sounds fantastic. All right. So I'll bring the idle down a little bit. We'll put her into first, and off we go. These early 911s have gotten very, let's say, popular with the collectors. I've always liked them. I've always had several 911s. You hear some rocks coming up off the pavement as we drive because this car is low on the sound deadening. This is as lightweight as I can make it and still use it on the street. Now, as I had said, the car's rowdy. So, you know, you'll have maybe a squeak or a rattle because the suspension is taut. And it's really for performance driving. All right, let's go. Yeah, we're letting her warm up. Up the hill we go. Here we go. Right up to about 4,500 RPM. Again, this car is fast, which I'll show you. We're on a road that offers pretty good drive. Again, out here where I'm at, sometimes it's better suited for a farm implement. But we're today using it for a sports car. So I've been driving 911s since, I'd say probably more than 40 years. And I always was attracted to the Longhood lightweight versions. However, I was in an SC for 9 years, had 3.2 Carreras, which again are wonderful cars. That some people believe are peak 911. I've had a 993, which is definitely known as a peak 911. These early cars really do it for me. There we go. Looking around for traffic. No, there isn't any. Now I'm going to bring that hand throttle down. We're a little warmer now. We're showing about 120 degrees oil temperature. Yeah, oil temperature. Porsche lets you know what the oil temperature is, because this car, being air-cooled, is actually cooled by the oil. So that's an important aspect as you drive along. How's my oil temperature? Well, it's excellent. They're just so fun to drive. Coming up on a little bit of traffic. We'll see how we do when we get up here. And then I'll get into the throttle for you so you can hear those Webers sing. These are Weber 40s, as I had mentioned early in the video. They're Italian. There are some Webers that suit 911s better than others. There we go. These particular Webers are fantastic for this setup. All right, let's take a look here. We're going to let traffic go by as I sit here and tell you how comfortable it is in a 911. It's properly sized, the ergonomics are excellent, and that big salad plate style size tachometer is always a win. All right, let's go. Let's get on the throttle. Yep, that was 7. Back to 7. 7. Yeah. It's hard to beat. Now I've got the windows down. I could probably get a little more creature comforts if I tighten them up. This car is an absolute ball to drive. You've heard me say it before. It just handles spectacularly. It accelerates great. It brakes great. It feels great. Look at that pull. Great torque. All right, bring it down. Drop it down to second. All right, let's get on the throttle again. Yeah, why not? Look at that. Oh, yeah. Who wouldn't love that? It's all so easy to love. So when people talk to me about sports cars and they ask me, you know, what's the ideal sports car? Well, I've got lots of choices, but the lightweight early 911 is probably the cornerstone of my collection. I got a couple others that I'll show you, but I wanted you to see this. I've got some that are going to really surprise you. Nice heel toe there. Go to second. Up we go. Oh, a little traction brake. All right. There we come. Back to the residence. Hey, you know what? I've got that skid pad. Want to try the skid pad? Early 911 skid pad. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, this car, it just eats this up. That's fun. So, as far as 911s go, you can't go wrong. There's not a 911 I don't like. But the early Longhood 911s give you that sports car feel that made Porsche as popular as it is. Stay tuned. I've got more for you to see.